everybody. Can everyone hear me? We're live. Hey, everyone. We are here for another live stream. And I'm just getting everything situated, making sure everybody is ready to go with this. I want to make sure I can watch the chat while getting everything prepared. Got the camera all set up. Got Rodimus hanging out there. Want to make sure my There we go. Justzilla, Sound Supreme, Toku Prime, Paw Patrol, and whoever else decides to join in. We are going to be building Lego Prime tonight again. I'm going to keep my my chat there on the side. Just wanted to make sure everything is situated before I get it started. So we're going to start bag 7. And my goal tonight, hopefully, is to finish tonight. It's a goal. And that's where I want to be able to get to tonight. Is I want to be able to finish this. It's going to take a couple more minutes. See if anybody else wants to show up. You guys can hear me loud and clear, though, right? Yeah, there you, Justzilla, you said that good. 8 folks watching, but yeah. So if you guys did not see part 2, this is as far as I got. Was building Lego Prime about this much. Chest opens up and all that. I'm curious if I want to make sure that I did this right, because I think this was supposed to go in a little bit tighter. All right, yeah, that's a little bit better. At least for my looking at him that way, yeah. So he's okay that way. But very cool. All right. So, how has everyone been this week? I know it's been a little crazy and hectic. If you guys saw my last video on my main channel, I talked about that, not only are we talking about the Transformers stuff, but talking about discussions and retrospectives and stuff, and trying to work on scripts and trying to work on a few other things. And I was, trying to tell you guys everything about what was happening with, at least letting you guys know an expectation, because, I'm trying to get to 100,000 subscribers. I'm trying to make more videos. There's a lot of stuff happening. My parents have gotten taxed out of their house, so they ended up selling their house, and they are moving down to Florida. So I need to help them move. They're going to have movers come and take care of them there, but in the meantime, they need my help, because I've got to paint a room down there. So I'll be spending a couple of days down in Florida, not by plan. And while I'm down there, I may be looking into the neighborhoods surrounding where my parents live, and just getting an idea and feel if, leaving New Jersey and going down there might not be a bad idea. Some people might disagree with me, but if you understood the cost of living going up, and it costing you, $40 doesn't even get you half a tank of gas, and cost of living up here is that much more. It's like, how's it going there, Princeton? So it isn't a definite. It isn't a definite. It's more so about getting a feel for it and seeing what's down there. Because New Jersey is New Jersey. Let alone everything else going on around the country. But that's a whole nother discussion. But it's once again a nice relaxing build stream. It's got to be a part of the arm, isn't it? Okay, so 6 that way. So pretty much got to go all the way around. That's what I thought. It does feel like it's inspired by MPO1. Yeah, I can see that. I can see the similarities from MPO1 to this, but this I kind of agree and I kind of disagree, and I think it's because I can already see how the transformation is going to work just by looking at him. And if you're looking at him, from that respect, like how he's going to transform, I think he's just like a basic G1 Prime, because MPO1, and correct me if I'm wrong, is pretty complicated too. Whereas this is more so, it's only complicated because you have to build it. If that makes any sense. And I need 2 more of these pieces. Oh, no, I don't need 2 more of those. I need 1 more of those. Yeah, there we go. But the thing is, like, maybe I should do a retrospective on the country. Yeah. Well, that's because YouTube is they're kind of like protective of saying, well, not really, but I don't like to talk politics. I really don't. Because it only gets me aggravated. Knowing, I had taken a course. I remember taking a course in economics, 2 courses in economics in college. And a lot of the stuff kind of went over my head, but I understood, like, I remember everything that they had taught us. And now looking back at some of the lessons, I remember this is going back 20 years, looking back at college, and like understanding economics and understanding how economic policy works was just from what I learned in college, was like, it makes you look at how things are being handled now and you go, okay, why are we doing this? So, but that's why I don't talk politics. All right. So looks like we've got the grill for Optimus. Neat. So, what has everybody been watching as far as TV shows? I know a bunch of stuff came out. I know you guys have been asking me whether or not I watched Obi-Wan. I have not seen Obi-Wan yet. I want to talk about the stuff surrounding it, but I want to watch it first. This way I can give a I don't want to give an opinion that has no backing in understanding, so to speak. Like I kind of want to go like, hey, I watched it and I wasn't too pleased about this or that, so I can actually like judge it on its own merit. All right, so I need the clear ones, clear pieces. Okay, so these are the clear pieces. Oh, neat. Let's check that out. So now we already see we're building Optimus Prime's grill. And okay. That's going to end up going here. Okay, cool. Now we build the next piece. But has anybody been watching anything like Stranger? You've been watching the Godzilla Singular Point and Moon Knight? Wow. Oh, The Boys. I watched The Boys. I actually got. How far did I get? I mean, I watched all of what's out there now of The Boys. I've not seen the new season. I don't know when it comes out. If it comes out today or comes out next week or whatever. And I don't know, like it. That show in particular kind of got bothersome with some of the stuff that was coming out of it, and I was like, But then again, that's kind of the point. Like it's supposed to, poke at certain things within life and certain hypocrisies and stuff. But second season, yeah, I don't know, made me really had a disdain for it. But I watched all of it. Like, when you watch a show and you tell yourself like, oh, this show is like terrible. Why am I continue to watch it? Why do I continue to watch it? I don't know why. Whereas like Stranger Things, I'm really enjoying it. I wouldn't say I'm enjoying the current season. It's more so I want to see the adventure didn't feel complete at the end of that the last season. So I'm like, okay, I can't wait to see where it continues. So that's where I am with that. And then like Godzilla Singular Point, I actually saw that when it first came out. Like when it first, I think came onto Netflix, and then I watched it. And I'll be honest with you, I did not like it. I wanted to like it, but some of the designs were kind of neat, but it was kind of boring and didn't make a lot of sense. That's cool. There's Optimus Prime's grill so far. Now, yeah, my wife really wants to see Jurassic Park. And I really want to see, I really want to see Top Gun. And I think I kind of mentioned that, I think last time at last live stream was I wanted to watch Top Gun, and my wife really wants to see Jurassic Park. She will, she can watch the Jurassic Park movies at any time. The only thing is that it's kind of hard to watch them with the kids and have them not get terrified of the dinosaurs. Because remember, my kids are a little younger, so you always got to be careful. With the kids around, like, you don't want to terrify them or traumatize them, so to speak. All right, so are we supposed to? Wait, what? So I'm supposed to make that a second time. Doesn't help that Godzilla Singular Point was by a theoretical physicist, but yeah. It was very confusing, yeah. Like it really made no sense to me. Like I was trying to watch it and trying to like understand the plot, and the more I tried to watch it, I was like, huh? And like they were trying to make it fun at the same time, and I found myself completely bored by the end of it. Ah, okay. All right. That makes sense. Like it was just very boring. And they really tried to make the characters likable. I get that they were trying to do there, but okay. You got your girlfriend to watch Doctor Who. Yeah, Doctor Who was good during the nine. I love the Ninth Doctor. 10th Doctor of the modern Doctors was my favorite. I think it was everybody's favorite. Matt Smith, I like him, but not like his stories were just they kind of went out there sometimes. And then Peter Capaldi, I liked that. I see what they were trying to do with him, but towards the end, I really began to dislike Clara. And then the final season with Peter Capaldi was atrocious. Probably one of my least favorite seasons of Doctor Who. And then I watched the 13th. I do not like the 13th Doctor at all. I tried giving her a chance. Yeah, I didn't like what they did with Rodan. Rodan was a little too weird for me. Okay, so this goes this way. Okay. So that's what we got so far. I would say the best episode of the 12th Doctor was the Zygon speech. I don't remember. Because, like I said, when I last watched Doctor Who, I watched the 13th Doctor, and then I think it was about halfway through the first season of the 13th Doctor, and that's when I was just like, that's it, I'm done with Doctor Who. I got tired of getting preached to, gotten told that I was like, those episodes were just so bad. Horribly bad. All right, then. Cool. So now I'll build the other piece. See what I mean by like this is like it's more complicated to build it than it is to like have the finished product. Like once you have the finished product, you can do whatever it is you wish with it. and it looks good. So that's what I'm gathering of it so far, and I'm liking it. Definitely liking it. Now, I've heard mixed reviews about Obi-Wan. So, like, some people were like, the acting is atrocious. Some people are like, you know, it's still kind of cool. It was kind of enjoyable. So I've heard like the ups and the downs behind it. And, you know, I want to make a comment about the hoopla surrounding it, but until I've seen the show, I don't want to make that statement. And I'll probably will watch it because Disney Star Wars is turn me off from Star Wars as a whole. So, and I used to love Star Wars back when it was. All right, that is neat. That is cool. I'm willing to bet that there is a piece that probably has to go somewhere to lock in, doesn't there? Huh? Oh. Okay. So the instructions are telling me to like fold him in like this. So we're getting somewhere with him actually being Optimus Prime. Okay. So I think that this is where like it's basically like his abs are basically also his hips, his skirt kind of thing. Makes sense. So boom, we're actually getting somewhere. You can actually see like Optimus Prime kind of built from head, you know, from foot to the chest. And now we start work on the arms. The arms are a whole nother thing. But the parts for them start right in the bag here. So take my time building. I'm taking my time in a sense that I'm not you know, I'm not in a rush to build it, but I'm building it at my own pace. And you know, I'm happy with where we're getting so far. It feels like a masterpiece for you. Cool. Okay. Neat. Yeah, he's already starting to feel like a little bit of a masterpiece for you there, right? And I was supposed to put something else there, wasn't I? Nope. Nope. Good. Or was I supposed to put something else there? Okay, so I turn it back over. And I'm supposed to put something else over here. Okay. Rise of the Beast comes out next year. Will I do a movie review? Yes. Yeah. That'll be on the main channel for sure. Anything Transformers related, I'm gonna, make sure that that's on the main channel. And anything not Transformers related, I try to do on this channel. So if I want to talk about Godzilla, if I want to talk about Star Wars or whatever, I'll do that all on this channel. So, if I want to do a video game stream, I may even that's the thing, I may do a video game stream like in the future. That'll actually be easier to keep track of the the chat, because that was one thing that I know that some fans some people are like, want you to pay attention to what's going on. And all right, so you're supposed to go there. Now what? How's it going there, Omega Maximus? You can buy this Lego Optimus at on Lego's website. They actually have it available now to purchase, or you can go, if you have one nearby, to your local Lego store. So they are available now. I wanted to try and finish building him before he was available, so I can give a review in a timely fashion. But you guys already know what's going on. I'm heading down to Florida to help my parents move. So okay, neat. So we're slowly but surely building his arm out and making his smokestacks. Is this where this is supposed to go? Like this? No. I'm willing to bet we're supposed to go the opposite way. Come on, go in there. There we go. So that's it so far. And I'm willing to bet that there was something else I was supposed to do I wasn't there, in order to secure this in place. Or I put this together wrong. Yep, I put it together wrong. Awesome. Well, here's the thing about RID 15 Grimlock and the Grimlock of the Cybertron games. Even though okay. Even though that, what's the word I'm looking for? Even though the Grimlock that you see in they're both named Grimlock, they're actually two different characters. And I think maybe I should do a video on Grimlock in the near future. Okay. You know, you're not the only one talking in this live stream, Omega. Okay. All right, then. Okay. There we go. And just like that, we have his shoulder. Bam. Nice. Optimus Prime shoulder is built. Then we work on his other shoulder. Nice. This time I'll build more than your shoulder. Now, if you remember what G1 episode that came from, you get a no prize. Casey Kelly. No survivors. Yeah, well, he was supposed to actually have been a different character name. What they did was they named him Grimlock probably for trademark reasons, because they probably didn't have, I think they had another name for him in development. Sideswipe in RID 15 was supposed to be Fastlane. So, because Sideswipe in the Cybertron games was supposed to be, you know, the Sideswipe that we all know, but Sideswipe in the RID 15 is actually Fastlane. That was supposed to be his name before they changed it to Sideswipe. So there's always that. Cool. All right, so let's rotate you. And then we need to build this. All right, so we've got a building out of his shoulder so far. Next. What should a proper sequel to Fall of Cybertron instead of... Well, that's the thing, is that, like, from what I understand, Rise of the Dark Spark is... Think about Rise of the Dark Spark as a what-if game. Think about it that way. Like, what if the Align continuity and the movie continuity mixed, and they mixed from the Cybertron games? That's all that it is. It's not anything else. You know, it allows you to keep your Fall of Cybertron games separate. You know, because I know many people want to, because they're not too happy about how it was made. Like, because the game itself was, I mean, the Rise of the Dark Spark was not well received by pretty much anyone who's played it. So, all right. So now you need to go right. Okay, this way. So you go all the way. We're gonna go all the way. We're gonna go all the way. We need a Transformers Devastation sequel. You know what would be better than a Transformers Devastation sequel? Instead of it by a video game, instead be an actual animated series that takes place within the G1 cartoon continuity. That would be amazing. Probably would never happen, but a G1 fan can dream. And just like that, boom. We now have shoulder number 2. Bam. Really starting to get Optimus built one step at a time. And look at how many parts that I have still have remaining. And we're moving on to bag 8. Hope we get a Beast Wars video game for next-gen consoles. That would be neat. Transformers Battlegrounds on PS4. Yeah, well, that's based on Transformers Cyberverse. So if you're not familiar with Transformers Cyberverse, that's what it's based on. Who is Nova Prime? Nova Prime was... They were inserting IDW continuity into the video games. So Devastation was basically based on Combiner Wars. So they were applying the G1 cartoons, voices, and some of the way that their characters act and behave to an IDW-esque universe. The same can be said about, what do you call it? The same can be said about, the Prime Wars trilogy, which was, of course, not well received, but yes, and I know I'm in Cyberverse. Yeah, Nova Prime specifically was an earlier Prime that went evil in the IDW comics. But then again, in the IDW comics, most of the Primes were in the IDW comics. You know, when you start looking at the lore on IDW comics, you start to either have a love for it or hate for it if you're a fan of, like, you know, certain heroes and villains. They turned more of the past characters into villains in the IDW comics, or, you know, characters who had a legacy would end up being villains. And it kind of made me question why they made those decisions. So, and now, yeah, repaint wars. Yeah, Combiner Wars was pretty much the repaint wars. You're right about that. That is for sure. Mm. Ah. Hmm. Didn't like Star Saber as a villain in IDW because the writers did not watch. Yeah, yeah. That thing that bothered me. Another thing from IDW that, like, how do you turn the most noble hero in the galaxy into a villain? Oh yeah, that's right. You're not really into heroes. um, could be argued. What in the? So this piece here goes in this way? No, okay. You go there. Ah, okay. So I take it that this is going to be part of the arm there. Neat. So I'm going to turn you back over. Okay. No, I don't think it's fully Lorenzo's fault. It's not fully Lorenzo's fault. I would blame Michael Bay for a lot of it, because I'm not a big fan of Michael Bay's Transformers. His disdain for OG Transformers really turned me off to his movies. And I know there are fans of Michael Bay's Transformers, and they are allowed to like Michael Bay's Transformers, but I do not. Okay. There has to be. There it is. Check that out. And I take it this is going to be that arm. He killed Mirage. Yeah. Well, technically speaking, Mirage, it was Dino. You're thinking of Dino. Because even though there are credits that list him as Mirage, to me, that's Dino, different character. So Mirage is a different character. One, two, three. You're supposed to go here. All right. 2. 3. There we are. We're getting somewhere now. I can already see an arm starting to come out of this. Why we may never see Skids and Mudflap in the Transformers Studio Series toy line? I think that there might be plans for Studio Series, regular Studio Series, for Mudflap and Skids as the ice cream truck. I don't know about specifically. Hold on. Oh, okay. Right? No. Wait a second. You're supposed to go here? There's one more piece that needs to go here on the end. One, two pieces like so. One piece like this. Where am I missing the piece there? There's the arm. There's that. This goes here. Are you telling me that this is supposed to go one over? Because that doesn't make any sense. How would I rank each Alien movie? Aliens 1 and 2. Three was the one I saw theatrically and was not a fan of. I don't think that they've really done the Alien movies justice after that. Unless I'm missing something here. Uh-huh. I was right. There we go. Like I'm sitting there looking at it and going, something's not right here. I went, oh, there it is. So now if I rotate you this way, you're saying I got to build something over here. How can I tell if his movie is good or bad? I mean, telling how a movie is good or bad is always going to be subjective, but acting is going to play a part in it. Number one. I would say, yeah, I would definitely say acting is definitely one part of it. The story itself, if it makes coherent sense, like if it actually makes any logical sense as it's trying to tell a story. And also I think for a lot of people, if it's how they feel about the message too that they're trying to convey in a story. And sometimes they feel like storytelling can be beaten over the head. And so there is a balance there. But that's kind of like some of the tell ways of being able to tell if a movie is good or bad or not. Okay, so this is something in particular. It's supposed to go here. Okay. So that's it. That's the arm. And now we build a hand. I hope you have enough room for my fist, because I'm going to ram it into your stomach and break your goddamn spine. But yeah, I would definitely say storytelling requires like the narrative to make sense. And if it's part of a franchise, it has to make sense within universe. Like if it doesn't fit within the universe that you're telling a story in, like if you're telling a story within a franchise and you break the continuity of other things surrounding it, with little lack or care, it hurts the story being told. And so there's a balance in good storytelling, like, and also for a lot of people when they're watching it, how much enjoyment they can get out of it can vary because of that. So interesting. So what am I building there? So I need one of you. And is it one of you? Or one of you? Looks like this is his thumb. Star Wars Episode 9 introduced force healing. Why didn't Anakin force heal Padme? Because it was bad storytelling, broke continuity. Prime Wars is the only reason. Yeah, I agree with you there. Yeah, if you finish your popcorn. That's an interesting way to look at it. A very interesting way to look at it. If you finish your popcorn. Oh, okay. Neat. So I love it when as I'm building, I could start to see what part goes where. Like, I guess I would say, like, I love it when a plan comes together. I see. So we're building his hand. Something tells me I did not use the right part for that. That's okay. You're excited for Earthspark? Yeah, Earthspark, I'm hoping is a good series. I do hope that it's a good series. It has potential. It also has the potential to suck. And we all hope that it doesn't. All right, so now you come together like so. And like that, Optimus Prime's fist is complete. All right. It looks like a hand now. Cool. And attaches like so. Cool. Now we're gonna work on the other. Yeah, that's one of my biggest pet peeves of Transformers Prime is definitely Optimus Prime himself as far as personality. He's got none. He's just like always giving speeches. And while action wise, he's awesome, character wise, it's like Primes don't party. And it's like, come on, really? Whatever happened to am I drooling correctly? The term is dribbling, Optimus. Here, compute quickly. Those moments in G1 were awesome. It reminds you of City of Steel, right? With Optimus with only one arm. May only have one arm, but I can still transform and roll out. Yep. All right, we are getting somewhere. Tell you, building the arms is much easier than building the legs. Without a shadow of a doubt. Definitely much easier and doesn't feel so, I don't know, like complicated. Yeah. Yeah, Cyberverse Optimus was a, as personality is concerned, I would say he was a good personality wise. I just wish he had his faceplate up all the time. I think that they should always have his faceplate up like 99% of the time, if not all the time, like 100% of the time. But no, we can't have that. Always bothered me. All right, you're there, and oh, there we go. So here comes the fun. All right. Okay. Yeah, definitely prefer Optimus talking with his faceplate up and down. Totally. Totally. Should always be like that. Why it's not? Because some genius decided to not. And forever ruined Optimus Prime's face. And then he forever wanted to take everybody's face off. Yeah, I went there with that joke. I know it's a bad joke. Yeah, Bumblebee movie did it right. Definitely agree with you there. Bumblebee movie definitely did Optimus Prime right. Should have done it that way to begin with. Faceplate going up and down. You know, definitely felt like G1 Prime. And that scene at the end on the Golden Gate Bridge will, like, it was finally like, you finally gave us movie Optimus driving down the road and feeling like this is G1 Prime. Finally, in live action form. Finally. Took you long enough. Mm-hmm. Huh. Okay, now we rotate you and build out the next part. What frustrated me the most with, okay, yeah. Yeah, Triptychon in Transformers was supposed to be in Transformers Prime, but they decided, nah, we'll do our own thing. Chalk that up to the same movie writers who wrote the first two live action Transformers films for doing it their way. You know, that was their decision making. I would love for them to make it more like G1 with the face. If I could be a Transformer, who would I be? I mean, as far as sheer brute force, I mean, Grimlock does have a lot of, power, but brains not so much. If given the choice, hold on. What am I missing? Supposed to have, there it is. If given the choice, I'd probably, I don't know. I haven't really thought that much into it. Every Transformer has their own positives and negatives. And no, you're supposed to go this way. Yep. Okay. The legs are operative. Now the arms. There it is. Now we're looking for a certain piece. One, two, there it is. There goes the thumb. Or don't tell me I did this wrong. I did this wrong. Look at this. I ended up putting, there's the connector for that. There's the thumb. Wonderful. That's an easy fix. Easy enough to fix, I think. There we go. That's what I was missing. And I was doing wrong there. Yeah, big oof, but not it isn't that much of a big oof. It's one of those like you got it wrong and you went, "Oh, it's supposed to go that way." Easy enough to fix. And it was. Heh. If you really wanted to, you can have him have opposable thumbs. That's funny. If you really wanted to, you can have Optimus not being so nice or rocking out. He only got 3 fingers, but you're supposed to do that in order to stabilize his hands. But that's hilarious. And then, just like that, we now have a headless Optimus. Who is the strongest Autobot combiner? It's kind of subjective, but I think by sheer brute force, probably. I mean, Superion is incredibly powerful. You know, I mean, they have Defensor. They have Computron. Then in modern years, they have Victorion. Okay. Yeah, he's big. Oh, referring to that series. So far, this is what we've got. We've got a little bit of a head, so to speak. And now we're going to build a frame around his head. Okay. I think. So you can already see his head coming together. Then we're going to turn it over, do the same thing on the other side. And then we start building Okay, so one piece goes over here. Okay. So you literally build the circle around his head, and that actually sets that up that way. Kind of neat. And then you do the same thing on the other side. Because you're basically creating a semicircle around his head. Time we got almost 9 o'clock. So what have I been at it for, like an hour and a half so far? Nice. Definitely finishing at least part of them. Now, there's Optimus Prime's eyes. Yeah. Another City of Steel reference, definitely. Okay, never mind. That closes the gap. Then we put the rest of his head together. Okay. So now each of the sides of the heads, each side of his head has a piece that goes here. And then we start building up. I'm not going to lie, I think his head looks a little weird. Like altogether. Uh-huh. Yeah, his head looks weird. Now, there is his head. Where's Starscream and Alexa? Okay, yeah. Unicron trilogy stuff. That's his head. Now, I'll be honest with you, looking at it, I wish that the faceplate was up just a smidge more to kind of give you that like complete face. But because the way the bricks line up, they do not. You know, I wonder if someone can come up with like a third-party piece that just adds onto here, gives him a little bit of a nose, and gives him a complete face. Because look at that face. That's just a little odd. He's like missing his nose, and I don't like it. And just like that, there is Optimus Prime. See if I can't get the camera angled up. There's Prime. Head on. Apply directly to the forehead. Wow, he is delicate. Neat. He's definitely like an action figure-esque bot. Definitely cool. Like, I like that. The head is a little weird. You know, I do wish that there was a third party. Like, I'm sure someone's going to make a Lego piece that like somehow makes a nose for him. Would be great. You know, just to complete his look. Otherwise his face looks kind of incomplete, but it works. Hands are neat. You can separate the pieces there in order to make posable fingers if you want to. Doesn't have, oh, and that doesn't stay in. That unfortunately does not stay in. I don't know if it's the joint itself. Am I not pushing it in all the way? But it came out like as I'm like trying to mess around with it. And it looks like the other arm's got the same issue too. They got to click in, don't they? Huh. Neat. I mean, it looks cool. But we've got a complete, like, head to toe body of Optimus Prime. That completes bag 8, which completes the main Optimus Prime Transformer. Let's see. Optimus Prime started his life on Cybertron as a civilian known as Orion Pax, but was rebuilt as Optimus Prime to lead the Autobots in their fight against the Decepticons. And then bag 9, as I'm opening it up, it says, the matrix of leadership is an artifact of great power, passed from Autobot leader to the next. It is thought to be connected to Primus, the creator god of all Transformers. And all right, we are on bag 9. I am very pleased to say that we are finishing this tonight. The legs were the most complicated part. And I want to see what parts I have left over when it's all said and done. Because if you guys saw my first stream, you know that I ended in frustration because I was missing a piece. But we'll see. So let's get this build started on the Matrix of Leadership. A Demolisher would be a great addition to they should definitely make Demolisher for Legacy. I'd be very pleased if they made Demolisher. Personally speaking, Cyclonus to me is the only is only the Decepticon who was built out of the remains of Skywarp. That is the only Cyclonus. Therefore, he is loyal to Galvatron. And so the Decepticon in I know that in Micron Legend, they called the helicopter Sandstorm. So I bet those of you who were watching did not know that he was called Sandstorm. And I would call him Cyclone if choice on a name. And what is this? Okay, so you need to go this way. And then I need the flat piece that goes in the back. Okay, so once it's all put together, the matrix itself does have some leeway in play. So there's the matrix of leadership. Just got from playing the War for Cybertron game, and I'm playing as Jetfire. Yeah. Yeah, I know in other continuities he's Jetfire, but in G1, he's Skyfire. Jetfire is in the Marvel Comics, is a different bot. Okay, so you just fit right in there and you pop right out pretty easily because it's just the way that it's designed. I'm cool with that. Neat. Now I build energon cubes, it looks like. Lego energon cubes. Soundwave. Build the energon cubes. Why not make these out of bigger, like, blocks? I question the logic behind that. Like, you would make a stabler block if you just made it more of a solid piece, wouldn't you? Don't you think? But here's how it. I mean, if you guys don't know, you guys saw my retrospective on Jetfire or Skyfire. Jetfire was the original bot's name, and so to me, Jetfire is the Air Guardian, the Autobot's Air Guardian, and then Jetfire is. I mean, Skyfire is Starscream's old friend who was a jet and a transport that became an Autobot. An energon cube is a safe and convenient way of storing, transporting energon, the most prominent food used by Transformers. Okay, what are we making now? It looks like the axe. All right. All these orange pieces. It's a whole lot of orange. Interesting. Energon cube. Matrix is made. There's another piece. Or is there? All right, there's a certain piece that I need, and I don't see. Oh, there it is. Because some of the pieces are like either they're yellow, they're orange, or they're translucent. And it's like trying to separate them is, they kind of feel a little weird and different. So, all right, so that's that piece. Now there's this piece. Good to see you back there, Justilla. Ah, I didn't do it. So it looks like this is like part of the axe this way. And then I need the red stick. Stick that in there. Okay. Neat. Hello, everybody that's tuning in. If you haven't done so already, hit the thumbs up button, which will in turn tell more people that, hey, this is a worthwhile video for people to watch. Believe me, it goes a long way. Where are we? Oh. Is this like the tip of the axe? Like, what is this for, this piece? It's weird. I got a piece that goes over here. And then we attach the ends of these things again. All right, Optimus Prime first used his iconic energon axe and his duel with Megatron atop the Sherman Dan in the G1 episode, More Than Meets the Eye Part 2. Yep, that is absolutely correct. So now we're going to go this way. Now we need to go like so. So the axe doesn't quite look like an axe. And now we build the next part here. Duke, I finished the body, but I'm gonna use some spare parts, and I'll show you once I finish everything else. I'll show you like what I've done and what I may intend to do when this is all said and done. So, because it looks like I may have a spare part that I can actually use. So, And he's coming along quite nicely, actually. So, like, his body itself is complete. You destroy everything you touch, Megatron. Because everything I touch... Because everything I touch is food for my hunger. My hunger for power. No, I'm going to end your hunger once and for all. All right, so that makes... Okay. There is most of the axe. So now the brown part... attached through the hole. Ah, there it is. Nope, that wasn't the right spot. This actually had to go in like so. Then this way. That makes sense. Oh, okay. Now that all comes together like this, except that this axe piece, the actual blade portion of it, comes off pretty easily, but still, that's your energon axe. And then it instructs you to take his arm, take his fist out, push this piece down, that doesn't make any sense. I didn't miss anything here, did I? Nope. It's crazy how Lego is able to build this stuff, yeah. Which is worse episode in G1? Are you talking about Child's Play? Child's Play is an episode I really do not enjoy watching. Oh, there it is. Okay. So he's got a little peg hole right there so he can hold the axe this way. So the fist comes out and the axe goes in. Neat. Very neat. And that's if you want to do it with the energon axe that way. Or you have the option I'm sure to have him hold the axe. So that's always an option. I've literally read all 80 US issues, and I've read all of the subsequent UK stories as well. So yeah, I've read all the Marvel comics. So it looks like next part here is to start building the gun. We're Optimus Prime's Ion Blaster. There's one. Hey now. Marvel UK. I have my ups and downs with Marvel UK, but oh, okay. That's one. That's two. Three. Four. Marvel UK's biggest issue is the dramatic. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, the art in Marvel UK is definitely it goes from like sometimes good, sometimes bad. Yeah, definitely the art in Marvel UK. But I'm much more of a fan as when it comes down to Transformers, I am definitely more of a fan of the cartoon than anything else. And for good reason, I think. Oh, cool. So hold on. Optimus Prime's primary tool in his fight against the Decepticons is his ion blaster. Capable of firing ionized particles, it's particularly effective against electronic devices, including most Decepticons. Cool. Very true. Very true. Okay, cool. Yeah, flat piece goes like this. Blocks like this. This piece goes here. Then you're going to have to rotate this way. And you're supposed to go... Ah, there we are. Interesting. Yeah, the abs do look weird, but that's kind of part of how his transformation is. There we are. Then I got to build the next piece. Which is the handle for his gun. You can already see his blaster coming along. Like you literally got to build it like from scratch. Going grocery shopping, be back in a bit. All right. Yeah, we're having some it's pretty much a nice quiet time building, and it's been fun, so like I'm going to continue on. All right. So you build that on top of there. That goes on top, so like so. So the next piece requires me to take one of these. There's another style of piece that's supposed to go in here. Like so. Then it's supposed to be a typical Lego piece, right? All right, then. This is complicated. Very complicated. The energon axe looks great. Thanks. You don't think it's safe? Don't think what is safe. All right, so this next piece wants me to do the same thing through the center. Then you can already see his blaster coming along. Next piece. And then it's 1, 2, 3. And then the fourth piece goes on. And this piece kind of caps it. Yep, that's it. There is his blaster. Complete. And it rotates and everything. I've got a lot of extra bits here, which is kind of nice. Kind of nice indeed. Be quite honest with you. And then, of course, you are supposed to not use the, if you don't use the axe, give him the blaster, and it pegs, because of how it's built, onto his hand, so it's stable. Okay. It's just how much weight can that hand hold, you know? And then his axe, on the other hand, build it literally like this. And close it. See if I can't get him to hold up the axe. Nice. So he can hold the axe in his hand if he wants to. Blaster, you can carry like so. And now we're moving on to bag 10. Final bag, everybody. How's it going there, Cheese Plays? See, a lot of you guys who might have been tuning in and staying in for a while. If you haven't done so already, hit that like button. Helps the YouTube algorithm in many ways. And if you aren't already subscribed to this channel, be sure to do so. And a piece fell. Nice. Just as I'm... And it was a black piece too, so... On a dark blue carpet. Here it is. Found it. Nice. How's it going there, Casey? Cheesy Plays. Transformers, Marvel, DC, which is better? That doesn't make sense. So from here, we are building his jetpack. And one step at a time. So where's the other smaller platform piece? You just got Legacy drag strip. Nice. Yeah. Drag strip's a great figure. I actually reviewed him on my main channel, along with the rest of Legacy Wave 1. Great figure. Absolutely great figure. There it is. If drag strip is anything to judge the rest of Legacy Stunticons, then the Legacy Stunticons are going to be amazing. Plain and simple. Okay. And we need the... So we're going to do this twice. Now, I could tell I'm starting to get tired when I'm starting to look at pieces and go, all right, like they're the same piece over again kind of thing. All right. So it says the Jetpack is based on Sideswipe's Jetpack from the G1 cartoon. Optimus Prime borrowed it in the episode More Than Meets the Eye Part 3 to pursue the Decepticon space cruiser Victory. So yes, that's right. It is not the Nemesis. It is the Victory. That's a little bit of a G1 trivia for you. The Nemesis was the ship that crash landed on Earth 4 million years ago that had carried the Decepticons, but the only Decepticons who were still aboard the spacecraft when it crash landed on Earth was the Insecticons, but they crash landed on their own separate escape pod. And the escape pod activated probably around the same time as the G1 Transformers did. A Lego Soundwave would be cool. Yeah, I wouldn't know how Megatron would be done. That's for sure. Nope, not there. Why these random blue pieces? Any reason? Have I heard that there is a new Usagi Yojimbo cartoon? I've heard. I've not watched it. I still have a lot of shows to catch up on, and that's one of them. I mean, I still want to watch the. I need to catch up on the 2012 Ninja Turtles cartoon. That was surprisingly really entertaining. Although I'm more a fan of the 87 Turtles and 84 Comics Turtles than anything else. So far, the Jetpack's coming along quite nicely. Anybody seen the latest episode of Kenobi? I have not seen it yet. 2003 Turtles was really good at the beginning. I never liked the idea of like the Utrom Shredder. I know people would probably look at me and go, well, why not? Just never was. But I liked how that show began. Turtles is one of those franchises that like really doesn't have much when it comes down to like bad series. Like every time it reboots, it's not necessarily a bad reboot. And each one of the Turtles has their own universe's thing that like makes it good and memorable. But yeah, the first time I was ever introduced to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was the 87 Turtles. And it was, and when I want to talk about huge back in the day, like Transformers was coming to a close as far as the cartoon was concerned. But it was coming to a close as the 87 cartoon was coming to a close. Ninja Turtles came out in late 87, and it pretty much dominated. I doubt that they would do something like that. They would troll us with a. All right, so we already kind of see where this is going in a lot of places. Very neat. Turtles Forever was a great. I really enjoyed Turtles Forever as a kind of a celebration of all the different Turtle series that came before. And I know the 2003 Turtle or 2012 Turtles actually brought the 87 Turtles in. And I thought that was kind of cool that they actually like acknowledged them there. So I thought that was neat. All right, so you need to go here. 4 bricks gotta go here. But what goes there? Okay. Red pieces. Excellent. Now you get on there. Huh. Should see how few groceries $66 bought. Yeah. You know, this is one of those times where I want to talk more politics and kind of tell people, you know, maybe it would have been a good idea if if you were old enough to vote, you voted for somebody who would have not caused food prices to go through the roof. But I'm not going there. And don't tell me that food prices going up is a good thing. Turtles Forever was amazing. Absolutely. Neat. Yeah, the Jetpack's coming along real nicely so far. You can already see it. Mm-hmm. All right, so we're already seeing how well the Jetpack is coming along. And it seems we're like coming on those final parts where, anticipation for its completion is. I did that, didn't I? And I've got no fingernails. Don't try this at home with a X-Acto knife. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. So it kind of creates like creates a triangle there. Neat. Really neat. You can already see the Autobot symbol. Now we're finally starting to put some of the final pieces together. Wow, this jetpack is super complicated. Like this jetpack is like more complicated than his arms were. His arms were nowhere near as complicated as his What'd you miss? We are about this far with the jetpack. Building it along slowly but surely. And this needs to go in here. Okay, there's part one. Now we're working on the second part. Get in there. I did a Target run and got Legacy Blaster. Nice. Nice. Blaster's a great figure. Absolutely fantastic figure. If you guys saw my video on my main channel, my Shattered Glass Blaster is available for pre-order. And there's affiliate links in that video. But I said Blaster is one of the best Hmm. One of the best from Legacy. Great figure. How many hours do I have into this build so far? So right now, I'm sitting at way over 2 hours, right? But way over 2 hours tonight. But this is part 3, and I went 2.5 hours last time, and then if you saw part 1, so it took me. I think it took me more time than I wanted it to, or I think that for some people, it didn't take them as long to build. I'm having a real tricky time here with this one piece. So I would say, like, some people say they built it in 3 hours. For me, it's taking me longer. Because I've seen some people post that they built theirs pretty quickly, and they must be like really good with Legos to have built it that quickly. For myself, like, part 1 was a challenge in and of itself. And it's hurting my hands trying to get this one piece in there. I wonder. Wow. Does not want to go in. There we are. There we are. Huh. That's right. I couldn't find a part, and that's what made me quit. Kind of made me rage quit a little bit. But when I finish this jetpack and finish all the other pieces, I'm going to show you guys what I have as a solution. And I think it kind of works. So, but first and foremost, let's get the rest of it built. So, okay, so this is supposed to keep those pieces secure. Then you go right here in the middle, which doesn't really keep you secure. Because then the pieces just come off. Now we're building the rockets. There's one. Cool. You have 2 on order. Trying to keep one in box and then build the other, or are you building them both or giving them one as a gift to somebody else? All right. Next. Yep, that is it. So, on the back of Optimus, gonna take him here, turn him around. And quite literally, it says to just take this and attach it to his back. The clips clip on the back of him here. And so he's designed to work with the rocket pack. And once you line it up, you should just go right in. Should is a key phrase. But it does not. Why? Ah, okay. So basically, where the clips are, you have to like turn it in, and that's why the rockets are supposed to kind of like jut out. Makes sense. Wow. Right on camera. Comes the struggle. And then get him put back together. Wow. Sideswipe, give me your rocket pack. You know what's funny about Sideswipe's rocket pack? It was actually supposed to be Sunstreaker's rocket pack. Because if you're familiar with the G1 toys, you would know that they switched Sideswipe and Sunstreaker's names and personalities because they decided to release the yellow car instead of the yellow car being Sunstreaker being the Countach that became Sideswipe, like what we now know as Tiger Track. So it was like all the other way around. And I can't quite seem to get those clipped in there for the life of me. And I think it's because they're supposed to go. Is there something that's like blocking it from going in? Or just... Yeah. Yeah, that's an oof moment, all right. Because I'm looking at the way that his back is lined up. And it does allow you to get it in there. But getting it to stay, I'm not having a good time trying to get it to stick in there because the clips are supposed to like line up just right. And I wonder if there's a reasoning behind that. If it's supposed to go up a little higher. Unless, you know what? Since we're having the difficulty, we can already see what we can do. If I can get this piece out, this gray piece out, yeah. Yeah. If anybody wants to, all of the blooper times, because it's 6 hours worth of material. I would need to like know when the bloopers were. Yeah, big brain time. I'm trying to get this one piece out, this gray piece that's supposed to keep the rest of it secure, because I think the clips are supposed to stick out a little bit. And you'll see what I'm talking about once I get this taken apart. So I'm going to move Optimus over here. I got no fingernails, so I'm having a wonderful time trying to get this. Now, I think these were supposed to go here. Yes. Yes, they were. Use the orange Lego tool. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to take these pieces out. Now watch this. And I'm going to move this piece here and this piece here, but I'm going to go back a couple of steps since I have some extra bits, it would seem, and have it stick out a little bit further. See what I don't know if you guys can see this, but I'm having it stick out one more piece, and then I'll shove this back in here like so. I'll do the same thing on the other side. Stick it out one more. And by doing so, I think the rocket pack will connect to him better because it'll be just long, it'll be tall, wide enough that it'll sit on him better. Nice. Gosh. Blooper number 243. You're gonna add that to the list. So now it sticks out quite a bit now. Much better, I think. And boom. Oh, yeah, but it doesn't. That was the issue. Okay. Well, I'll live with it. All right, so moving on. We're moving to the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise. It's Continuing mission. To boldly go where no man has gone before. Da, 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 da. So now this is specifically the display piece. And what I've figured out about this particular Lego Optimus Prime is that it really isn't meant to be a toy. Like, it's more about the novelty of building a Lego Optimus and putting him on display. And yes, you can display him as however you want to, but he is more meant for display than he is for play. And the building of it is fun. There we are. And this proves that, because what you're just getting here is a display piece. And so what we have now is a fully built Lego Optimus Prime, but not really. Because those of you who are aware know, well, also, yeah, then there's this. This piece here is the last bit. Has there ever been a Transformer Starship Enterprise? Yes. Yes, there has been. In the IDW's Transformers Star Trek crossover, Fortress Maximus became the Enterprise. And it was based in the cartoon, the Star Trek cartoon, and had the G1 cartoon come up. So this piece is designed for his truck mode. So if you swap this piece out with this piece, then it gives you, or actually it's supposed to go this way. It's supposed to be for aesthetic reasons. So that's kind of the purpose of that. And oh, did not realize a piece came off. Don't tell me that I lost like that much off of him. Wouldn't that suck if like I turn Optimus over and he's missing more parts than I realize? Like, you drop him once, that's it. Lego Optimus. Yeah, he's complete. He does fully transform, of course. I'm going to remove the rocket pack. You have the 1966 Lego Batmobile. Nice. The blaster does come off. Got an energon cube. And oh, so here is the part. I'm going to raise his arm up out of the way. See, everybody can see. The piece that's missing is right here. It's 4 Lego pieces that I have missing. So I got options. I have a few options here. I'm going to move this abdomen piece out of the way. And I'm going to take this piece off. And this piece here as well. And this is where it's all missing. And it's why I have the tire set to the side. So in order to fix that, I've got a few extra Lego pieces that I don't think that anybody is going to be mad if I use them to finish him. So I'm going to take another piece here. Take a blue piece like so. And another blue piece. This will allow me to complete the piece right here. and the piece right here. And that finishes him. That the extra Lego pieces actually gave me the ability to complete him. Otherwise, I would have not had a complete Optimus Prime. He would have been missing. He would have been missing pieces that would have made his leg complete. And the idea here is that, you know, this connects like so and gives you his full abdomen there. And now everything is completed. The only thing left to do, which I want to do on camera, I miss playing with Legos. Used to love the space sets. So let's see if I can do this on camera. His hands close in like so. Head goes all the way around. Move that out of the way. The waist has to turn around in order for him to transform properly. And I have pieces that keep coming off. Thankfully, Lego includes it. Yes, thankfully they do include a few extra bricks. That was a blessing in disguise. But I really do love how it's basically the G1 transformation. The only thing I got going on here is that his fists seem to be in the way. Trying to get his like thumbs where they need to go so that this piece can close up and over. Oh, awesome. And boom. Lego Optimus Prime in truck mode. Move some Legos out of the way. And you got a fully transforming Lego set. Oh, yeah. And move the fuel canisters. Yeah, he's going to stay in robot mode. That is correct. You got that right. He is a brick and a half. Blooper number 254. Portal Power TV is keeping track. Oh, man. So it actually gives you instructions on what to do. It even tells you that the one Lego piece has to, is supposed to be swapped out for aesthetic reasons. Oh, and check that out. Blaster can fit back here for the purpose of a hitch. So his blaster has a purpose in vehicle mode, in that it's basically a truck hitch. Yes, truck mode does look good. I will say it definitely looks good. Optimus Prime's blaster is the only accessory in this Lego set that was included in the original toy, so it is also incorporated into the vehicle mode. So yeah, basically becomes a truck hitch. Neat. Very neat. I'm going to transform him back. Blooper number 255. Stay alive. Okay, that's why it's supposed to go like so, like that. All right, makes sense to me. But the way this is designed is that it's supposed to go in so that the like it stays into his torso and prevents. I mean, if you lock it in, it keeps his torso in place, so that he does have torso rotation, but the Lego piece can keep it like, because there is an actual there's an actual piece right here that connects to one of the bricks in the back to keep him stationary if you need to keep him stationary. And then 256. I'm gonna have real fun when I do the review on this. I'm gonna even show like these things. Like, here are things that end up happening on camera, like where I'm just sitting here trying to mess around with him, transform him, play with him. And I've got some issues with him, but he's otherwise cool looking. It's a Lego Optimus, fully transforming, officially licensed. There are certain parts you're super gluing together. I don't blame you. Yes. Yeah, I don't blame you. And like I said, this piece here can get swapped out. The axe, now I can, if I want to, put it in either hand. So if I want to put the axe in this hand, I can. Or if I want to put the blaster in this hand, I can. So I'm going to put the blaster here. The Lego brick there is designed to keep the blaster stationary. Nice. Pieces all over the place. Axe really has nowhere to go. Energon Cube has nowhere else to go. But it's literally a statue. In a lot of ways. Can put that here? No. It's like, where can I I could take the fist out. You destroy everything you touch, Megatron, because everything I touch is food for my hunger for power. Cool. And like you could see, it is complete. So Lego Optimus has been completed. Yeah. A lot of fun. I would say. He is not going on my regular Transformers shelf, but he will go somewhere. I'm going to have to put him like in like I might like it, you know, I don't know. I don't know where I'm going to put him. And he may need to get put in storage at one point, at certain point. So he is complete. Lego Optimus has been completed tonight. I'm very glad to have finished him. This is kind of funny that you can do this, like the rabbit ears thing. Blaster, Jetpack, energon cube, his fist. I hope you have enough room for my fist, because I'm going to ram it into your stomach and break your goddamn spine. I also have another idea for you here. So I'm going to move this Optimus and this Bumblebee out of the way. I think you kind of might, if you guys have ever seen the episode The Return of Optimus Prime, you might know where this is going. Move all these Lego pieces over here. They've got to get put into a baggie. Why do I keep seeing you in my dreams, Optimus? So what do you guys think of that? That's a Return of Optimus Prime Part 1. You know, reenactment scene right there. Lego Unicron? No. Well, the idea is here is I mean, a Lego Unicron would be kind of neat, but that would I don't know how you would do that. So, but this pretty much kind of gives you like that exactly that that scene from Return of Optimus Prime Part 1. So, and this was fun. I want to see an auto transforming Lego Optimus Prime. All right, so I think at this point, guys, it has been a blast. I have had fun. It's been 2 hours and 45 minutes, and I think I'm going to end it at this point, guys. You guys have an awesome weekend. I will be back soon on both channels, and you're going to see a lot more coming down the pipeline. So, of course, thumbs up the video, leave your thoughts in the comment section, and have a good night till all are one.